Hello and welcome to the fourth video of the Project Sovereign series. In this video, I'm going to create the pylons and warp nacelles. This will complete the first pass of the model, so the next phase will add more details. We've got some work to do, so let's get started. So now I'm going to create the pylons for the warp nacelles. And I've hidden most of the geometry here just to make it easier to see the blueprint from the back. And there's a few different ways I can approach this. I could make them separate pieces of geometry and just have them collide with the secondary hull, the engineering section, but it looks like it blends in really smoothly in some places, so I think my best bet is going to be just to extend the geometry from this piece that already exists. And I don't want to create any more edge loops, so I'm just going to see about insetting these polygon faces right here, and then just simply extruding the pylons out. Hopefully it'll blend in really smoothly, and I'll be able to create a faithful reproduction of this, this shape right here. All right, so I've refined the pylons a bit more, just to make them make a bit more sense in 3D and to line them up as best I could with the orthograph. So not looking too bad in this view. Looks like I need to move this a little bit. It gets a little unclear at this juncture, so I'll have to do a bit more research to see how that goes. But all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with the way that this looks. And it blends in with the body pretty well. The edge loops weren't terrible. I was afraid they were going to go down this section of the secondary hull, but they ended up wrapping around the back. So I'll show you that and how I dealt with them. So you see this loop that's tightening up the top of the pylon just comes around the back here, and it's kind of the same story with this bottom one. It just comes down around here, these come around here, and this one comes up here. So all in all, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. And this tightens up the front, you can see, but then it loosens up on the top. It's a little strange the way that this works, but I think I got it down. And of course, I'm still at the stage where I can make any corrections. It's not a big deal. So these have been completed to my satisfaction. Now I have to complete this little juncture area. I don't know if you can really see it in the plans, but this juncture area right here where it connects to the nacelle, and then I'll be able to create the actual nacelles. So moving on. So I'm looking at this piece that connects the nacelle to the pylon, and I see that it's actually a very clean-cut shear line between it and the nacelle itself. So I should just be able to build this as a separate piece and just rest the nacelle on top of it so they can just collide. Usually I don't do that with modeling because I don't like those very abrupt scenes, but it looks like I could get away with it on this one because it's such a sheer joint right here. So I'm just going to try that approach just to see if it works. It should. I don't see really any reason why I should have to blend these two pieces together. So I could just create this and I can go from there. Okay, so the basic shape for the nacelles is complete, and it's blending in pretty well with the rest of the ship. It's blending in decently. I know it looks really fuzzy just because that's the viewport, but you can see it's pretty straight in the render. I might have to adjust it just a little bit, but that's going to be something I do a bit further down the line. Again, just knocking in the basic shape. And it's reasonably clean. Ready to cut out the channels for the nacelle grills right here. So that's going to be very easy to do. Just inset these and extrude. But that'll be done on the second pass of the ship. So I completed, I just had to build one nacelle, of course, and just add a symmetry modifier. Just like that. So whatever I do to this side is going to happen to that side. And I think these are pretty much symmetrical, except of course the hull registry, but that's way later down the line. So pretty happy with the way that this is turning out. Next will be the second pass of the ship, so it'll just be building the structures on top of the primary hull and just fleshing things out more and more until I get further detailed with the modeling, and then I can move on to texturing. So still a lot of work to do, so stick around. A lot more modeling and a lot more shipbuilding fun is to be had. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon.